When Noctua came out with the NF-A12x25 fan almost 3 years ago, it quickly went on its way to becoming arguably the world's best PC. It performed great as an airflow fan, CPU cooler fan, and radiator fan, but bathed in the company's iconic brown and beige. The one place it lost out to the competition was looks. At least, that's what the general consensus seems to be. And while I personally absolutely dig the Noctua's colors as a classy option, especially with a few plants in the room, the vast majority of PC builders would rather see a more neutral color scheme. But what if you want the best PC fan along and great looks? In comes the Thermaltake ToughFan 12, dressed in a suit of black and gray. It's the best alternative lookalike option to the brown and beige NF-A12x25, at least until Noctua finally comes out with the black variant, which is supposed to happen near the end of Q2 2021. Inspection of physical differences. At first sight, these two fans look very similar aside from the color scheme with nearly identical designs. However, there are more differences than initially meet the eye. So let's go through them. Starting off with the blades, you'll spot that both appear to be made of a similar material. Noctua's blades are made from Sterox, a liquid crystal polymer material that ensures it stays as rigid as possible. Apparently, fan blades can expand over time, and because Noctua wants the blades as close as possible to the frame, the material needs to be strong enough to withstand this expansion. Thermaltake's blades appear to be manufactured from a similar type of material, but I was unable to find a clear answer whether it's the same. The blades on Noctua's NF-A12x25s also have flow acceleration channels that help speed up airflow and reduce side flow, which increases performance and reduces noise. The blades on the Thermaltake ToughFan 12s are smooth. Having a look at the blade gap, you'll spot that the blades from both fans are really close to the frame. Noctua has a slight advantage here, and the frame seems to be more consistently round, ensuring an equal blade-to-frame gap across the fan. Also notice that Noctua's frame has a ribbed guide for air inlet, whereas Thermaltake's frame offers a simpler design. Turning to the back of the fans, there are clear design differences in the frame. Noctua's frame uses 4 legs to hold the fan motor, and the frame expands outward. There is also a rubber seal around the entirety of the frame. The fan doesn't come with this rubber seal installed from the factory, but instead with 4 rubber feet at the corners. However, the seal does come in the box. When it comes to the cables, Noctua's fan only has a short cable of just 20 cm long. Thermaltake's fan has a very long cable, 90 cm. For anything other than very large builds, that's inconveniently long. Thermaltake's fan uses 6 smaller legs to hold the fan motor and does not come with a radiator seal. What does Noctua have to say? Of course, we couldn't write up this head-to-head test without consulting Noctua and Thermaltake to ask what they had to say about these similar fans. Noctua told us the following about the similarities between its spinners and Thermaltake's. We're investigating legal options, but generally, we prefer to spend funds in further R&D rather than wasting them in international legal battles that often end fruitless. Thankfully, our tests show that the fan measurably lags behind in performance, and this has also been confirmed in third-party tests. There's more to building excellent fans than doing 3D scans. We have also reached out to Thermaltake, but the company has yet to respond. We'll update this section if and when we hear back. So which should you buy? When it comes to performance, Noctua is the clear winner between the two fans. As the original fan with this design, it includes a handful of design details that help it maintain the upper hand, ranging from acceleration channels on the fan blades to a much more advanced frame design that helps reduce noise and air leakage. From a technical perspective, it's clear that the Noctua fan has more detail in its engineering and execution. That's not the case for Thermaltake's fan. To be fair, Thermaltake likely did that on purpose. Copying every detail of the fan would both cost more and make it easier to lose a battle in court were Noctua to pursue them, but it does put the fan at a disadvantage. Nevertheless, the Thermaltake ToughFan 12 also turned in an admirable showing in our performance test that's not too far off from Noctua's NF-A12x25, and at its intended price point. I can see why the ToughFan 12 is a compelling option. It offers most of the performance, isn't brown, and costs about a third less if you're buying in 2 packs. But these 2 packs aren't in stock anywhere at the time of writing, and at the single fan price of $25 for the ToughFan 12, it becomes a very tough sell against the NF-A12x25 at $30, as that added $5 is more than worth it if you don't mind the NF-A12x25's color scheme. Comparing 2 strong competitor models is not just an easy task. However, we've done a little, but choose yours one according to your preferences. This video is just a help over the topic. Hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching till the end.